Hey everyone! In this week's One Day Build, we are designing a bicycle helmet by using Gravity Sketch and Vizcom. One Day Builds are the weekly sessions where I pick one subject and design and build in 3D and share the design process with you all. I might be using AI generated voiceovers from time to time because I'm sometimes away from my setup or don't have enough time, but the text is solely written by me. If you like the content and works, please like and subscribe. And if you have more ideas to see or have different approaches in your design process, please feel free to write in comments. Enjoy. After a design brief and a quick reference search on Pinterest and Lemonoosh, I directly jump into Gravity Sketch. Here I don't do extreme deep search, but just try to have fun. I start with a quick wireframe just to have a feeling of the volume and have the reference up at all times possible to not to steer too much away from the starting point. I'm aiming to have some varieties in the end, so what I'm sketching here on Gravity Sketch is for initial blocking and idea purpose. I'm aiming for a design that's inspired by the biomimicry and flowy, sleek shapes. Initially, I was also thinking about its function also when not in use and while being carried, but we'll keep that idea for later. I'll today focus only on having fun sketching around. The design was supposed to have enough airflow to keep it light and airy and comfortable for the users, especially while using it for long sessions of bicycle rides. There are also designs that are collapsible, but I have never found them convincing due to structural integrity, and it was giving too much away from its actual function for the portability purposes. This design will be one or two pieces at most. Here I am using the old technique for separating the actual mesh and creating cut lines, but later I found another way to do it actually. This way is generally long, and extra edge loops or newly added edges might change the shape that one is looking for. Also gets the mesh more and more complex on the very early stage, which is a disadvantage while you are designing something, but the tool keeps shifting your aim. Right here I'm adding an integrated tail light, which could either be charged or its batteries can be replaced by the user. I like the way the line follows the entire shape of the helmet and it merges in the back of the helmet as it forms the tail light. After adding another layer of complexity onto the helmet, I'm adding the final touches onto the mesh by adding the holes so the head of the user can breathe while on the road. Also pushed some vertices to have this fast shape while still keeping the casual looking mass and the feeling. Also adding the straps quickly as a surface, so in the next step Vizcom could understand it as straps. I don't want to spend too much time on the straps here. My main focus was the helmet's shape. So here we are on Vizcom now. This will be fast and I'll do my best to accompany you on this. In this stage I just copy and paste a screenshot from Blender and let it describe the design for me so that I can tweak it a little. Imagine it like having a conversation with a 5-year-old. Generated the first iterations while keeping the drawing influence as high as possible to have it somewhat rendered for me without changing the design. I started going a bit adventurous while lowering the numbers a bit in order to see what I can grab from each iteration. By pulling the drawing influence down to 55%, I achieved some happy accidents in the current generation in order to use them in the next iteration. Also used some references and kept their influence around 60%, so Vizcom could come up with some interesting shapes out of their particular image generation and mash them together with the helmet that's being generated as well, so that we'd have different types of CMFs in the end. Here are some variations coming out from the parametric shape that I fed Vizcom with on the particular area that I selected. It has the vibes of the first design coming out from Gravity Sketch, but with a touch of difference on the lines, shapes, and materials. Right after this, I generated an animation to see how it would look like in action while it's in use. So, thanks everyone for joining me today. If you liked the video, please like, subscribe, and please leave a comment below. I will see you all in the next one very soon. Cheers.